Welcome to Neogen Haywood, home of Neogen Culture Media. Our Neogen Haywood site has expanded to increase capacity and service capability, allowing us to offer an expanded and enhanced range through Neogen Culture Media. The new equipment will provide consistencies in production, ensuring that the customer will receive the same product to the same specifications every time. Welcome to the clean room, where Neogen manufactures pre-poured agar plates. The clean room is ISO Class 7 and houses our M4000 automated plate pouring equipment. This equipment has the ability to make in excess of 4,000 plates per hour, which results in 5 million plates per year. Throughput can also be increased by adding additional working hours where needed. The operators wear high levels of personal protective equipment to minimise any potential contamination. This includes suits, caps, shoe covers, gloves, and protective sleeves. Aseptically manufactured plates are placed into each of the 6 magazines, ready to feed to the production line. The magazines are continually loaded throughout the run to ensure a constant supply of empty petri dishes to fill. A new plate is pushed forward and the lid removed from the base. The lid is shifted forward and placed onto the lower section of the deck. This creates a fluid movement with push pins moving the open plate under the filling heads. The filling heads dispense a calibrated amount of agar into each plate before moving onto the agitator, where they are swirled in both directions to ensure a uniform coverage of agar. The conveyor then receives the filled plates and they move through the drying tunnel at a set speed and under a high-efficiency particulate air filter to dry the agar plates in a clean and controlled environment with a quick setting time. At the end of the conveyor, the lids are replaced on top of the agar base as the drying process is complete. The swipe bar pushes the filled base off of the lid and onto the conveyor belt. The plates are then labelled with product code, lot number, time of manufacture, and expiry date. This provides traceability to the QC-approved media which has been used. The plates are collated into 6 stacks of 5 and pushed onto a collection shelf. The collection shelf then lowers all of the stacks and they move along the conveyor to be packed. The next machine is where the poured plates are inserted into individual packs. The plates enter by triggering a sensor which feeds 1 stack at a time into the packing channel. The stacks then pass into a pocket of packaging film, which is heat sealed. Film wrapping is used to minimise moisture loss and optimise the life of the product. Plates are wrapped in packs of 10 and then move on to be packed in boxes of 20. Plates are stored in our large refrigerators before they are shipped. Neogen Culture Media pre-poured plates are all tested under UCAS accreditation. Our media is tested as dehydrated culture media and again once plates are poured, ensuring they meet our high standards. Welcome to our ready-to-use production facility for bagged media. Production begins with our 400-litre capacity mixing vessel. It is filled with the required amount of reverse osmosis water and media which has passed QC. When full, it can fill 133 3-litre bags. Once the water and powder are mixed, the vessel is pressurised before opening valves to supply the adjacent filling machine. This machine fills the media bags under pressure and at speed without introducing bubbles into the bags. The machine is self-calibrating using pneumatic pulses to ensure each bag is within a 2% fill tolerance. It will fill any volume set by the user, allowing for multiple size bags in the future. A mini tulip is fed into the machine first. This is the connector which allows the delivery of the media from the bag. The septum is self-sealing, allowing the bag to be used multiple times. The bag is then presented to the sensors, which initiates filling and takes around 16 seconds. Once bags are filled, they are weighed and loaded onto autoclave trolleys. The whole filling phase will take around 50 minutes to produce a full batch. The next stage is terminal sterilisation. This is delivered by our technologically advanced autoclave, a static unit with its own dedicated steam, water and compressed air supply. Up to 108 bags are loaded onto 2 trolleys and placed into the autoclave. Probes are placed in the trolleys, which are consistently used to calculate adjustments during a cycle automatically. Once loaded, the optimised cycle can be selected and started. The autoclave is what's known as a hot rain autoclave. It does exactly what it says, rains hot water. This method of sterilisation is much more controlled and less damaging to the products than traditional steam autoclaves. A fully loaded autoclave will take around 2 hours to sterilise and complete its cycle. However, unlike all other steam autoclaves, this has a forced cooling phase, which allows the bags to be removed, labelled and stored within 24 hours. The bags can be unloaded and probes removed. Once cooled, the bags will be labelled and QC tested before being added to stock. Full batches are then refrigerated and protected from light until packed. 9 litre and 27 litre preparators allow production of 1,000 and 3,000 media tubes per batch. Sterilisation of media can be done in as little as 1 hour. All supplementation can be done aseptically and mixed. Aseptic techniques must be observed at all times throughout the process. Full personal protective equipment must be worn at all times for aseptic fill production situated in an ISO class cleanroom. The cleanroom has a positive pressure environment with a constant air exchange through dedicated filters. The TRX tube filler was commissioned in the United States for use by Neogen in the UK. From left to right, we have the HMI control screen, tube cassette holding up to 300 tubes at one time, the tube turntable, which is bespoke to Neogen, and the white vibratory bowl, which sorts and presents the caps to the machine when needed. Plastic tubes are used due to customer requests to avoid glass where possible, to reduce disposal costs. Caps are loaded into the vibratory bowl first, holding a capacity of 3,000. The complete production process can be directed from the control panel, removing the need for multiple operators, which could increase contamination risk. Once a selected recipe has been loaded and fill checks completed, the cycle can be run. The turntable rotates clockwise, capturing a tube in its slots. This is held firmly in place by flexible cables. Everything can be altered and changed to suit the operator and the product being poured, with options to pour at different speeds and heights. This gives flexibility in throughput and allows control for the different liquid types, which can be very viscous. This is good for sterility and product quality. Throughout the run, the operator benefits from real-time production data showing units produced and the run rate, whilst also letting the operator know about the fill and seal quality on each tube that passes through. Tubes are then QC tested before being added to stock. Our new bespoke automated filling system was designed and built in the UK for Neogen. The system has been specially designed to suit our 500-gram Neogen culture media pot and is built over 2 levels to allow the clean feed of media powder into the system. Our product, which has already passed QC, can be processed at a rate of 8 pots per minute, compared to a manual filling process which requires 2 staff and can take 2 minutes per pot. Once the pot is filled and labelled, the stock is taken to our warehouse. Our materials are stored in our Sage-controlled warehouse, to allow easy picking and packing by our dedicated team of warehouse staff, who ensure that our products are correctly packaged and labelled before being dispatched to the customer.